Well, good evening. I filled up my rain gauge because it was leaking. It was empty this morning, so I don't know if it developed a hole or what. But we got like a 2/10 of an inch rain last night. Not enough, but better than nothing, I suppose. We've been this last week. We've been hard at the landscaping around the house here. So Corey originally had started all by herself, and she was raking from there, the greenhouse, all the way to here, this line. We seeded all that, a mixture of barley and fescue. And then as I had time, I was helping her, and we went the rest of the way raking. The dogs are doing their part to bring back every bone and stick that they can that we had all raked off of here. So this is all seeded now, and we've been watering it, moving the sprinklers around as we can. Holy cow, look at all those pigeons over there. They're all pigeons. We raked and seeded all over here as well, around the house this way, and then all the way up. And this is our new current line of sticks, just on the other side of here. We haven't done that yet, so we still got to rake that. But it was, I don't know, it was quite big from here, and then also in front of the house, and over there on the other side of that gravel, we did that spot too. And then planted some Saskatoons over there. But then all over to here, boom, it was a lot of raking. So every, in the evenings and stuff, we'd come out and rake and throughout the day while I was loading bags. Rake and seed, rake and seed. We were hoping for some rain. This is just crazy. They keep calling for rain and then they push it off. So for instance, I went to sleep Monday night just before bed. I checked the weather and it was going to be 90% chance of 10 to 20 millimeters starting overnight Monday night and into Tuesday. And we got zero rain, not even a drop. And Wednesday we didn't get a drop. Thursday night we got, so that was last night, we got about 2/10. And today we haven't got a drop yet either. And then of course they say, oh, tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, Sunday. So kind of frustrating. I've been making bags, and in the meantime, while the bags are rolling or grinding or mixing, got the weed eater over there, and I've been weed eating that around those feed bins over there. Also, and yesterday I finally got this all together. So I had bought this roller at a weaver sale, and didn't pay hardly anything for it, a couple $100, I think. And then when I got it, I started looking into it, and it didn't come with the mounting hardware. And me being me, a simpleton, I thought, wow, I could get a welder to build that, or even I could build it. How hard would it be to make the brackets? So I procrastinated all winter because I bought this last fall. And then this summer here, I asked a couple of guys that came through that were welders, fabricator type guys. I showed them the swather, I showed them the roller, explained what was supposed to happen, what the idea was of it. And they were like, man, you probably should just buy the pieces, because by the time we measure it, you're probably not going to save any money. So I kind of conceded. I was going to try to do it myself, but I'm not a fabricator and I'm not a welder, so I don't like measuring and taking the time to do that kind of stuff. So anyways, I priced it out, and if you can imagine, this tiny little bracket down here, 4 bolts, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. This little bracket right here, then this bracket up here, and the winch, and then the cabling, which isn't very long, this little shiv, little chunk of chain, shiv, little chunk of chain, couple little thingamajigs there. And then on this side, same thing, bolts, plate, little plate, bigger plate. I don't know what they call this as a top, and then the spring as well. It was $2,100. So, I definitely don't think people can be doing stuff for free, but I thought for sure, like, I guess I thought for sure you could probably build that for around $1,000 or something. Anyways, I was wrong, and it's okay though. The one funny thing was I was talking to one parts person, and they were like, I was trying to explain this. They said I bought the roller, but it didn't come with any hardware, so I'm not sure what hardware I need. And they were like, well, what did you buy? What'd you buy? And they just kept going on, and I was just like, trying to explain it. And finally, I mean, they got frustrated on their end, and they're like, I think it's just cheaper to buy the whole new thing. And I was like, okay, well, if that's the case, what if I buy the brackets, you'll give me the roller and everything else? And they're like, no. I was like, well, then it's not going to be cheaper, right? Like, it's still, it's a disaster that I've created for myself, but I need to get it solved. So anyways, we did finally get it solved, and it's on there now, and I'm excited about it. There was hydraulic options. I don't know how those work. They're probably better, but I'm just tired of fixing hydraulic leaking hoses, you know that? So I wanted something that was manual, and I don't have to worry about it hose blowing or leaking. I bought enough hydraulic fluid in the last year or two to fill up everything 10 times over on this farm. And I'm just tired of it. So this just has a winch, and you let it down, and you can adjust the height just with the winch. So it'll work. It'll work out all right. We went the first, what did we buy this thing, 5 years ago? 5 years with it without rolling anything, and that was pretty good. But the last couple of years, it's been getting pretty windy in the fall here. So, and now that we're swathing our peas, and they're just peas, we want to be able to squish them down just a little bit. We most likely still won't roll the canola all that much because the 35-foot swath is quite big. But even just the fact that it's, you know, formed the way it is might tuck the swath in and keep it a little bit tighter. So, oh, I just stepped on a cat. So we'll see how that goes. Bag making, that's just been crazy. We're taking off here, so I'm gonna be gone for a week, 10 days, something like that. Get out of here before the real harvest pressure of getting the combines out and serviced and everything, and field checking and cutting and everything. We're gonna go for a little bit of holiday, but I thought I'd just do a quick clip of the last week. There hasn't been much going on aside from making bags, putting that roller together, and putting that swath roller on. Another cool thing that I rigged up here the other day, well, I guess I didn't rig it up, I pulled it out of the shed. But when we started putting so much molasses through the mill, I was getting tired of carting it up the ladder and dumping it in the top. Now I tried drizzling it in through the auger. That wasn't the best. I tried dumping it in the back here at the mineral feeder. That also wasn't the best. It seemed like you had to get the mill, whatever, a third full, and then put it in. The mill that I had before this 358, I think it was a 352, and it was a really, really steep cone. So when you put the molasses in at all, it would stop flowing if you put it in too fast. So I wanted to drizzle in really nice, and my dad actually built this for me. So it was pretty straightforward. That's actually an old diesel fuel pump. It needed new guts, so we put new guts in it. Obviously cleaned it out. Found this little electric motor for it. Put a bucket in here, and then drilled a hole in the bucket. And then put a bulkhead fitting, I believe, on the bottom. And pipe. So you can just fill up the bucket, flip the pump on, and pumps it in through the top. We had bought this fuel nozzle for our DEF pump, but the plastic nozzle was actually too big, so it doesn't fit into the tank on the tractor. So we had to buy a new DEF nozzle because they said you're not supposed to use those, whatever they are, aluminum or I don't know what they're made of. Not supposed to use those ones. You're supposed to use plastic or stainless steel. So we try to conform as best we can. It is getting a little old trying to conform to everything because everything is hundreds of dollars these days, not just tens of dollars anymore. But anyways, we ended up with another we ended up with another nozzle, so we just use that nozzle. It works very well. But I'm actually going to, what am I going to do for a couple more? Another hour or so here. I'm going to clean out Corey's car. Because like I said, we're going to head out on a little bit of a holiday. So it's nice to start the holiday with a clean car. With 2 kids and an infant, it doesn't last long, but it's nice to start. So I'll get that done. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you all maybe in a week.